Rod Wheeler, along with Milwaukee County Sheriff David Clarke. Good to see you, gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining us. Sheriff Clarke, let me kick it off with you. What do you think about police boycotting this concert tonight?
Well, how ironic that a cop-hating performer realizes she needs the American law enforcement officer to pull off her concert. It's definitely a can't live with the police, can't live without a moment for Beyonce. I don't blame the Pittsburgh's finest for not volunteering for this assignment. Of course, if they're ordered to do it, these officers will do what they're told to do. But at the same time, I'm glad to see that they have enough morals to not even at time and a half to volunteer for something like this. If I didn't get enough volunteers, and we've done these sorts of things here in the Milwaukee area, if you don't get enough volunteers, I wouldn't mandatory it. I would go to the Heinz Field people and say, hey, look, we don't have enough volunteers. This is a public safety risk, perhaps a public safety issue, and you should consider canceling the concert like they did to Donald Trump in Champaign, Illinois, when they didn't have enough law enforcement to cover that event, and I thought that was wrong there, too.
Do you think this is going to dictate a change in Beyonce's behavior?
Not at all.
Not at all.
Here's what I would be willing to do. Here's what I'd be willing to do with Beyonce. If she donates the proceeds of this concert to the Concerns of Police Survivor chapter in the state of Pennsylvania that works with the survivors of slain law enforcement officers, I'll allow her to do a reset on her relationship with the police so that everybody can move forward.
That's a great idea. Rod, what do you think?
Solution. I think it's a great idea as well, Maria, but it's not going to happen. I can tell you that right now. Beyonce is firm in her beliefs, and that's fine. I mean, look at what she did during the halftime show at the Super Bowl. I mean, she gave the police the finger then, and she's continuing to do it. My only point is this, Maria. Beyonce has tons of money. The lady has a lot of money. Why can't she buy her own security or pay for her own police if that's really what she needs? I don't blame the Pittsburgh police officers for backing out. I'll be honest. If I was there, I'd back out, too. I wouldn't be available. But, again, just as Sheriff Clarke alluded to, if they are mandated to be there, I can tell you the police officers will be there. But, again, Beyonce can get enough security from her beehive.
Yeah, she can get it, Rod, from selling her boycott Beyonce T-shirts. She's actually selling them. Yeah. So she never turns down an opportunity to make money.
Is that making fun of the whole thing with that T-shirt?
Yes. It is.
Yeah, and what she does, again, this is another example, Maria, of Beyonce giving the cops the finger. Look, she's taken this whole argument, this boycott Beyonce thing, turned it around, and she's doing exactly what she does best. She's selling these T-shirts, and from what I hear, the T-shirts are selling out.
Wow.
Let's give celebrities like Beyonce.
Go ahead,
no matter
Sheriff.
what amount of security that she has there, you still need a police presence because you have to have somebody there with the lawful authority to make arrests if necessary. So it's just not about having security. You have to have a decent amount of police presence at these sorts of events.
That's a great point. Go ahead, Michael.
That's just it. You know, give some of these liberal celebrities like a theme today. You have Bernie Sanders, man of the people, sitting with Danny Glover in a luxury seats at the basketball game. You have Beyonce saying this and that about the police, and yet let's give her and her business one day without public protection. Let's see what happens to it. And it's incredible, and it's almost like how does people wake up to this? How unrealistic this is? You know, how does that work?
Is that an ideology? Rod, what do you think?
You know what? I think it is. The reality of this entire situation is Beyonce is entitled to feel the way that she feels about the cops. Nobody has a problem with that. It's just the manner by which she tends to market herself by talking against the police. But again, like I said, Maria, I think the police will be there, and I think they're going to do a good job, as they so often do.
Well, you know what it is, Governor? I mean, we're at a moment in time right now that you don't want to add to the, the sensitivities around the police force. They're coming out every day and trying to serve this country and do it well. Of course, you're going to have bad apples as well.
If someone were breaking into my house at 2 o'clock in the morning, I'd rather call David Clarke or Rod Wheeler than I had to call Beyonce. And the fact is, these guys have done a lot more for their country and a lot more to make people safe, free, and better their lives than Beyonce. With all due respect to the terrific talent that she has, she doesn't save anybody's life. She doesn't defend anyone's life. She doesn't put her life on the line for anybody else. That's where we ought to always be reminded.
All right, we will leave it there.
Very well spoken. Yeah. Very well spoken.
Sheriff, do you think that that idea of her giving the money away to the police or to charity is going to continue to come up? I mean, do you think that there's even a chance you would consider that?
I don't know, but I'm going to keep raising it because I'm going to give her a chance to reset with the American police officer. Look, you know, she makes enough money, and I'm talking about not to charity, but to the concerns of police survivors, the COPS organization. And she hasn't met people from that organization like I have who've lost a loved one killed in the line of duty. She has no idea what it's like for the American law enforcement officer. We're willing to risk our lives. We don't get into this to die, but we will if we have to save somebody else. She needs to realize the important role that the American law enforcement officer plays for her to pull off a concert so that she can make her millions.
All right, Sheriff David Clarke, Rod Wheeler, good to see you both, gentlemen. Thank you.